Hello, everyone. My name is Danny. This review is for the movie called Villains. This is a 2019 film. It was released last September, so it's relatively new, I would say, still within a year here. And people don't have things to watch, so here you go. This movie is rated R. It runs an hour and a half. It stars Bill Skarsgård, Micah Monroe, and Blake Baumgartner. The description: after a pair of amateur criminals break into a suburban home, they stumble upon a dark secret that two sadistic homeowners will do anything to keep from getting out. This is Villains. Well, thank you for watching this, everybody. If you'd like any bonus content, you can go to Danny's Movies and Music on Facebook and interact with me there, get to know me a little bit better, see a couple different things like Netflix reviews that I don't do here on YouTube, and I would really appreciate that if you feel so called. Otherwise, I hope you all are doing well. It looks like theaters are going to be opening up mid-July around here at least, and I just am excited for everyone to snap out of their funk and have movies to go to every week. And I've been keeping them going, unlike a lot of other people. So if you want to watch any of my reviews I've done the last couple weeks, that'd be great. Otherwise, we'll have fun looking towards the future. But let's talk about this movie. Like I said, it is sort of newer. It comes from us, 2019, so relatively new. Something that you can put on your list to watch for sure. Um, it's nice knowing some people in this film, at least Bill Skarsgård for the very least, but I feel like the other actors were familiar. Maybe even if they haven't done anything that I exactly know right off the bat. But this is a nice concept. I can compare this movie to a lot of different movies. Um, One of my favorite that has this feeling of a movie. I don't know if it's exactly the same category, but there's a movie called The Killers, uh, and I just liked that movie for what it brought when it came out. And now I'm liking what this movie is bringing because it's so much better and so much more interesting than anything else I've been watching lately. And I think that's like one thing it has going for it is it's just so much better than all the crap I've been watching lately. So I think that is one thing that I'm trying to sort through my brain. Um, but I was kind of shocked right away watching it because obviously I don't know anything about this movie coming out. It just kind of came up on my list of research that I do at the beginning of every month, and it just kind of blew me away last night. So, what the movie is really about, other than two villains, name of the movie, breaking into a suburban home, is our first scene. It is hilarious. It catches your attention right off the bat. It's so funny. Um, yes, it feels like I've seen it before, but just that situation that they get put in right away is so funny. Our two main actors that begin our movie, who it's really about, our two villains, is they have so much charisma and so much comedic interaction, that good chemistry, that they just are able to sell this movie by themselves. And with a small cast in this movie, there's not that many people around. You need that. You need at least two people who can keep the movie going, keep it interesting, keep it funny, and all this other stuff that they do. They keep it moving forward, which is really what I needed in a movie like this because you have two people versus two people. That kind of setting can get really boring and go really drawn out because you don't have that much material. But this movie is not the case of that. So I see it doesn't have that great of a rating online, but respectable, I would say. And I just don't understand what people want out of a movie like this more than what it offers. The only thing I can say bad is that I guess it can be pretty predictable. Okay? I'll give that to you. But it was predictable in the way that when I wanted something to happen, it happened and it was epic. It was really well done. And the stuff that I didn't exactly see coming, like, it was surprising so much that I can kind of forgive anything that was more predictable. And with the humor and with the interest, this movie has a lot to offer, has a lot of twists and turns, and it just has that feeling of a good mystery. Plus, yes, our two main characters are villains, but aren't the people they're robbing villains also? And you have to ask yourself a bunch of questions. I think this is better than Knives Out. I think this is better than, I think it was called Hide and Seek, or Ready or Not. I think it was called Ready or Not, yeah. There have been a bunch of movies to come out in the last year since this came out that have been horrible, that have tried to pull off what this movie is trying to pull off, and they just don't understand what it takes to have some feeling in your movie, to be really intriguing, to not be so predictable that people don't appreciate the predictableness. And I think this movie understands that. I think they got it. They have a nice warm-hearted ending, which I needed, and they have some things happen that I really wanted to happen, but they do it in the right way. Things that I was sitting there saying, well, if you're gonna have that happen, you kind of need this to happen. They end up doing. They understand the viewer, and I think this is a really well done by whoever produced this. I was sitting there watching the really creative end credits roll. It's really cool way that they did that. Even I was impressed with that, and I was like, "That's a really good movie." I said the names of the producers. So I really appreciate this movie. I think it's so much better than some of the other things that try to be this. And I am definitely going to give Villains an A. I hope you're able to seek it out. I hope you're able to really appreciate what this is and not nitpick it for its predictableness, but appreciate that they understand the viewer, that it's really funny movie, it's really intriguing, it makes sense, which I don't get out of movies anymore, and it's just really well done. Like, people handle their characters well, and the only thing I would say about the characters in any sort of critical way is the wife of the couple that the home is being broken into. She has a very tough character to display. She has a lot going on that she has to envelop into one character in an hour and a half movie that she's only in it for, maybe an hour and 10 minutes. So that I can understand people being critical of her and her performance, and maybe being a little bit annoying, even sliding towards that word. But just understand that she has so much going on that you've got to understand what it takes to put that kind of character on screen. And I think she does an admirable job. So I would love to buy this on DVD or Blu-ray coming up in the future. I would love to rewatch this. I hope I haven't given too much away about the mystery, because there's a lot of stuff that happens in this movie. And for a small cast kind of movie, I really appreciate it. So an A for Villains. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and give some of them a watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. Enjoy movies, guys. Thanks.